Hey beautiful people, let's make some fun outdoor decor. Join me. The first thing I'm working on is refurbishing this metal butterfly. I got it at Big Lots about 7 or 8 years ago, and it needs an upcycle. It's been outside for those 7 or 8 years, and it's a pretty design. I just want to paint it. So I'm pulling some of the metal away from, like the metal flowers and leaves away from the wings so I could get my paintbrush under it. I am using the, not the Cracker Barrel, the Apple Barrel paints. One subscriber did say that the Apple Barrel paints are watery, and I do agree with her. Next time I go paint shopping, I'm going to go ahead and get some better paints. But I don't mind this look for now. It's going outdoors, and it kind of looks shabby chic, and I'm all about shabby chic. The leaves, I did have to definitely put 2 coats of this green on because it was just so pale. And once you added the second coat, it made it more vibrant. I will be listing all the paint colors below as well. I keep wanting to say either Cracker Barrel or Apple Bottom. Apple Bottom jeans. Now I'm going to paint the flowers with the Apple Barrel paint. I'm going to use 2 types of pink. I'm just pulling the petals away from each other a little bit so again I could get my brush under there. I was afraid some of the leaves might have snapped off because, like I said, this is old and it was outside the entire time. Luckily the leaves didn't snap off, which is good. I mean, if a few would have, oh well, I still would have made the project, no big deal. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really digging painting things. I love painting walls. I'm great at painting walls, but painting like this, I'm not so good at. And I definitely can't do it freehand. No way. I mean, I draw stick figures. I might work on that, but something like this where there's structure, I'm having a time. I'm loving it. It's very relaxing, I found. Very relaxing. You're creating something, or it's so enriching to, instead of throwing something out, to be able to reuse it and repurpose it. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. I definitely love doing that. So what you may notice with the Apple Bottom jeans paint is, because it is so watery, it is splattering a little bit on the leaves. But I found a solution, and we're going to work around that because I'm like, I'm not painting these leaves again. So if you look closely, I started putting polka dots on the leaves, and it turns out really cute. Now this pale pink, it's called light pink. Duh, it's going to be really light, but this was really light. So I did, again, I had to put 2 coats of everything on. No big deal. I was just enjoying it. I was watching my true crime and painting. I watch true crime while I craft. I will link what I was watching below in case you kind of do stuff like that. Obviously, there's an audience for true crime. It's huge. And I do find it very intriguing and fascinating and very horrible and sad at the same time. But here, I'm really getting my creative juices going. I put pink dots, hot pink dots on the leaves. Now, while I was painting the inside, I decided to put some yellow on the tips of the flower. Look at me go. I mean, wow. I can't believe this is me painting this. Like, this is my hand doing this. It's crazy. Look at how cute it looks. I'm very happy with this. It will need a clear coat, which we'll address later. For now, I'm just going to give it the salon spa treatment and fluff it up. No, I'm not going to fluff it up, but I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. This next project almost took me out. It's creepy ass. So I got these lanterns from a friend of mine. They're solar lights. They weren't working, but I just love the design. It's metal. I just thought they were, oh God. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. I love the design of the lamp, but when I went to open it to refurbish it, oh God, there's spider egg sacks, spider cobwebs. I almost threw this across the yard, but I gathered up my strength. And I'm like, no, Chrissy, we are going to do this. We are going to, oh my God, no. Yes, we're going to do this. I was singing I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar, like very faintly, like I am woman, hear me roar, what the hell am I doing here? Yep, getting all that junk out of there. The paper in the lantern, it was yellow and cracking, and I decided not to replace it. I just completely removed it while I said a few prayers, and I'm not gonna lie, I took like 3 showers. The clothes I was wearing went right in the laundry, and I think I was itchy for about 4 days. It was all in my head, but was it really all in my head? I don't know. I skeeve myself out. I don't know. And it's funny because I could sit down and play in the dirt and walk through the fields and stuff, and it doesn't faze me. But for some reason, sometimes, like I said, I get in my head. I think it's the hormones, the perimenopause, and just me. So I got rid of all the junk in there. And yeah, that's disgusting. That got tossed. But now it's time to give these lovely lanterns a bath. They deserve it. Wow, look at that. But they are beautiful. I got 2 Brillo pads, and I used the Brillo pads, and that's what really helped me get most of the junk and the grime and the rust off of it. I didn't get it completely off. Some of that was really, really built on, which was fine. It gives the lantern character. But yeah, so I just sat out here scrubbing my cobweb lanterns, enjoying the sound of the birds. It was a beautiful day. Okay, so now it's painting time. I put a garbage bag down, and I put the clear coat on my butterfly, and yeah, it worked. Oh, I'll tell you what, this stuff will, like knock you out. Like the smell, I smelled this for like 3 days. I don't know why. It must have got stuck in my nose hairs. I know that's gross, but anyway, I gave it a nice clear coat. And now I'm going to paint these lanterns. I'm using the Rust-Oleum matte black finish with the primer, the paint and primer. It's awesome. And just giving it a nice coat all around. We'll make sure to get all the spots. I sprayed these up really good. I didn't need to do a second coat because it covered great the first time. And I let it dry for like 3 hours. So now we're going to decorate the lanterns. And unfortunately, a lot of my footage got corrupt. So I'm going to be jumping around a little bit. I did get these glass crackled. They're solar lanterns from the Dollar Tree. They're beautiful and they're real glass. But I'm not gonna lie, they don't light up that bright. I was kind of disappointed in that, but they're still pretty. I was using these foam floral balls. I got them both from, it was a 2-pack for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. I was going to try to just put the full floral foam thing in there, and then I'm gonna stab the top of the solar light into the balls, but it was just way too heavy because the globes were glass. It was just way too heavy. See, they're pretty, but at night, like when I put them in the lantern, they just, I don't know, I wasn't impressed, but it's still pretty. So yeah, we're just making sure they work, and they're definitely top heavy. So I got my most used craft tool in my stash, and that is the steak knife. I'm glad it's getting used for something because we can't afford steak in this house, so at least it's getting used for something. I do use it a lot, and I know it's not the proper tool, and I was careful. Once I plugged the solar light into it after cutting it in half, it was just, I mean, it was still a little wobbly, but it worked. And I added some glue to it as well to secure the light in. But now I'm also going to use my second most used craft tool, and it is not the glue gun. What am I doing? Let's cut this part. No, we're not going to cut this part out. We're just going to talk. So I'm adding glue, and I hate this glue gun. I hate it. I swear to God, after you pull the trigger 1 or 2 times, it needs another stick. So I'm definitely going to invest in a new glue gun, because it was just making me so mad. Not mad, like, I'm exaggerating. It was just, I mean, every 2 seconds I was changing a glue stick. But anyway, the moss is my second most used craft tool, because when I did stick the floral foam and the solar light into the lantern, you could see that white of the floral foam, and I just didn't care for it. Moss makes everything look more elegant and classy and elevated. It's great for hiding things, so I just glued a bunch of moss onto the floral foam to kind of cover that up. And here we have the light and the globe, and it is, as you can see the moss. Before that, you could see the white. Now, these florals were at Walmart. They were on clearance for $2. I was able to make 4 mini bunches out of 1 bunch. I was going to show you how I did that, but the footage got corrupted. So what I did was I just snipped all the individual florals off the stem, and I took some floral wire and I made like some mini bouquets. And I just twisted some floral wire at the bottom of the bouquets to secure them. And now I'm just using some glue to kind of glue them to the lantern. I also had a bunch of fern leaves I got from Hobby Lobby. They were also, I believe, 40% off. So I think I paid like $4 for the bunch, maybe $4.79. And I just was using them as a filler, because I found, for me personally, fern leaves they're like moss. They're elegant, they're classy. They elevate floral arrangements. If you have a gap or you want to have a space you want to fill, but you don't want to buy any more flowers, you could stick any kind of foliage in there. But the ferns are beautiful. So that's what I was doing here. I was just kind of messing around and adding the bunches of florals to this. I was going to put floral designs on both sides of the lantern, and I did initially do that, but when I was looking at it, it just, I don't know, I didn't care for it. So I decided maybe it will look better if I just put all the flowers on one side of the lantern. These are going outdoors, but I'm not going to put them right out in the elements, because I do like the flowers. I don't want them to get like ruined, but I understand they're going to get some wear and tear being outside. These daisies, I got a bunch of them at Walmart for $2. They were having this big spring and summer floral clearance. Now, I went back again, and it's all the fall flowers are out now, because I was going to buy more for $2 a bunch. I mean, they're really pretty florals. And I forget to check Walmart. I'm always going to Hobby Lobby or the Dollar Tree. And right now I'm not too thrilled with the Dollar Tree, because while their florals are cute, they're not worth, what are they, $1.75, $2? No, I'm not paying that. They're dinky still. They're still dinky. They're great for filler flowers, but they got to up that game. If you're going to charge that much for florals, you need to, add a few more to the stem. I'm sorry. That's one thing I disagree with. Anyway, rant over. I added 2 of these like Gerber daisies to it. I kind of, they were different colors, like pale pinks, hot pinks, dark pinks. So I did like 2 different colors. I just think they're beautiful. Gerber daisies are gorgeous. I love all flowers. Who am I kidding? They're just so pretty. Okay, for some people this may be a little too much, over the top, but for me, I just love it. I do go all out with my outdoor decor. Inside, I'm a little more toned down to a degree. Maybe I'm not. Who am I kidding? I don't know. But I love florals. I could go nuts. And I actually, when I was laying it out, I had like florals covering everything. everything, but I was afraid the light wouldn't shine through, and now I'm thinking I could have covered the whole thing because the light doesn't shine through that good anyway. But this is my design, and it's very summery. It kind of goes with my bright colors outside. I'm doing a lot of black as the background, and I'm having all those beautiful pops of vibrant colors, and it reminds me of the Florida Keys and the Caribbean and that. Okay, we're going on to the next project, Chrissy. Let's get it together. Get it together. We're going to make a, you guessed it, pink centerpiece or floral pot to put out on my Mackenzie Childs inspired tray that I have out there. And I got this bee's knees metal tin at Dollar Tree. Most of the stuff I got before the prices were raised. I got this back in the spring. I'm making a Scotch tape grid because I don't want to use floral foam. I don't have much left, and I have a bunch of other things I want to do. So I saw Lisa Birmingham do this, and I was like, wow, this is great. I'm sure tons of people do this, not just Lisa, but she's the one I first saw it from, and I'm just like, wow, this is great. It's not as nice as hers. You're not going to see it, so I just kind of just put a Scotch tape grid down to kind of help the flowers stand up, and I end up wrecking it. I wrecked the place, but you'll see that in a minute. Anyway, let's just keep making the Scotch tape grid. See, look at how nice. See, that looked good, but again, Godzilla ends up walking through the village. I tend to do that when I'm crafting. Like I said, I'm not the neatest crafter. I found these zinnias. Again, $2 at Walmart. So I got 2 bunches of them. I love zinnias. I'm trying to grow my own this year. I hope they come out. I have more of those ferns left, so we're going to add them. And I have another bunch of these flowers. They're the flowers I divided into 4 mini bouquets on the lanterns. But I'm going to use that stem as my center stem. And I'm going to just start snipping off all the stems individually, except for that middle piece. I'm going to keep that all intact. I was going to use these pinwheels that I got from Hobby Lobby. They're so pretty. I love the iridescence, but they ended up not working out in my design, so we ended up 86 in that idea. So I took, see, Godzilla ran through the village, because initially when I put this in the middle, I bent the stem and it was just too low, so I ripped it out of the tape. Most of the grid stayed intact. You're not going to see it. But I floofed that middle wildflower mix up a little bit. And now I'm going to add individual zinnias to it and some of the fern leaves. I was going to add some music here, but last time I added music to the video, it ended up corrupting some of the video, and I had to cut a ton of it out. So I'm afraid to put music in this video. So I'm just going to ramble on, like Led Zeppelin said, ramble on, sing my song. But yeah, the colors of these zinnias are so pretty. Everything's pretty. And oh, here we go. It's acting up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, it was starting to act like it was going to be corrupt again, but it stopped. Oh, thank you. I didn't want to cut any more of this video. So now I'm adding some of the ferns into it because, like I said, adding green pieces just elevates a piece, I think. I love the green. Floral greens are just so soothing to me. So, yep, let's add. You could add whatever you want, whatever flowers you want. Cabbage roses would be gorgeous in this too. Like tropical leaves. I think anything. It's you want to make it to your taste and your style and your colors. This is just kind of a little blueprint of what I'm doing with my stuff. And there we have it. Does that not look so pretty? I love the colors. Oh, I'm not a huge pink person in my decor, but like I said, when I go outside, I go all out. When I went down to the Florida Keys, I fell in love with the like shabby chic decor, and things are so vibrant and colorful down there, and I want my outdoors to be like that. So I had so much fun. These are definitely inspired from Key West and Florida. And there's my butterfly that I'll be utilizing somehow outside as well, probably on my wishing well. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun with me. Please show me what kind of designs you do, any suggestions, any flowers you like. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you again in the next video. Until then, have a wonderful, blessed day.